the busy freeways of Los Angeles. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Trey Burke. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. And for Los Angeles, they've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward spot. George, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now here's Porzingis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Jackson looking around. Batum with the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now Leonard. After Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Outside for George. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Burke can't get it to go.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Leonard, no luck. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Stolen by George. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
A terrific ball feed. PG-13 knows it's a priority to create turnovers that spark the running game.
Now, here's Doncic. Marjanovic down low. Defended by Batum. Chalk up 2 there.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Doncic. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Burke, the pass to Porzingis. Doncic feeling it out. Drains it from 17 feet out. Doncic has got his second basket of the game. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here's Leonard. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
Here's Burke. Off target with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Leonard. That 3 off the mark. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. Leonard looking over the floor. And it's Leonard again missing.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Leonard. And the pass to Batum. And here is Zubac. Guarded by Marjanovic. And George kicks to Leonard. Pulls it up. Another miss by Leonard.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
3 seconds left, and the dunk by Zubac.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Los Angeles. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kennard is out there with Morris. Then there's Patrick Patterson. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the 2 guard. Here's Rondo. That one's not going to go. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. The Mavericks shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Brunson scanning the floor. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Down low, here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Quick lick from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
Pass to Redick. Powell with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game here. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
It's sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
Patterson. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by Powell.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Rondo against Brunson, and the shot goes down.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Brunson with a clean look. His three-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the right side. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Oturu. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Patterson can't get it to go.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead change. It's 6 already.
Rondo against Brunson. From 11 feet away. That misses off the backboard. The Mavericks leading. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And stolen by Redick. And here we go. Mavericks running again. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Brunson against Rondo. Pass to Kennard. Here's Oturu. Shakes him. He's off on that one. And it's Dallas the other way. 1:15 left to play here in the half. Redick for 3. The rebound by Patterson. Clippers trail by 5. To the wing on the left. Rondo passes to Oturu. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
From downtown, Brunson, good. Brunson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Oturu, the pass to Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Kennard kicks to Patterson. The Mavericks pull it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Kennard. No good on the shot.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic, his leadership. And that'll do it for us. The third.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis. Marjanovic is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Burke, and it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Inside, it's rebounded by Doncic.
And they continue to control the glass.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Burke, the pass to Doncic. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Doncic has got the first bucket of the third here for Dallas. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They've led by as much as 10. Now the pass to Porzingis. Now Doncic. 4 for 9 from the floor with that miss.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity. I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Hardaway passes to Marjanovic.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
To the inside. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Porzingis against Zubac. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And it's Leonard with the jam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Doncic outside. Pass to Burke. Up top, Doncic. 8 points for him. Porzingis, the dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. J.J. Redick's checked in for Trey Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Dallas moving the ball around. Redick for three. They get it again. The shot will not fall. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Leonard. Pass to Oturu. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the wide open shot from Redick sinks the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
J.J. Redick, one of the premier shooters in this league. Boy, he knocked that one down.
Jackson dishes to George. For 3. And the Clippers miss again.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Runs in the pass to Porzingis. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. LA has gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Passes it to George. Fires for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his 2nd.
Brunson kicks to Cauley-Stein. The pass to Powell. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Morris. Here's Cauley-Stein, drops in the layup for 2. Cauley-Stein's got 8 points.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
George looking over the floor. Jackson passes to George. Outside Leonard from outside the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Mavericks lead by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on his heels.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Batuma's out there with Patrick Patterson. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's George in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Dallas leading by 5. Doncic outside. Stolen by George. Here's Rondo. And the call on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Rondo finds George. Morris outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Hardaway up top. Got it. Good job in the low post. And now a 7-point Dallas lead.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Morris left side. Count that one.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. To the paint. Out to Doncic. Pass to Cauley-Stein. It's deflected. Lets it go. Knocks down the 10-footer. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
From deep, George. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. A putback. Oturu with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And it's George missing.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. Outside Hardaway. Doncic finds Hardaway. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And we've talked about the skill. Doncic has polished his game at a very young age, and that pump fake was a seasoned veteran's move.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Leonard with no one around. Offensive rebound. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Over in the corner, Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Outside Leonard. Score of the basket is 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 mates.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
1:16 left in the 4th. And Doncic gets it to go.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
The deep 3 from George. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 13-4 run.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Mavericks.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Doncic outside. No good on the triple. Richardson against George. And the layup falls.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Lob pass to Porzingis. Second shot opportunity, and the miss. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We bring you tonight, and they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now, here's Doncic. Richardson right side. And yes, it's good. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's Covington, following the score by Josh Richardson. Lillard with the bucket.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
To the middle, Covington with the steal. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. Back to Powell. Pass to McCollum. Jacks up a 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
And that one drops for him.
Boy, Richardson has a lot of toughness. Remember, this is a guy who earned his spot in the NBA. Nothing has come easy for him.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Well, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Porzingis, and it's good, 2 points. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And stolen by Richardson. Porzingis with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. Nice move. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
Lillard bounce pass. Here's Finney-Smith. Oh, trying for it. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Back to Covington. Lillard from outside. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 5 men. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Portland.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And here is Doncic after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Richardson against McCollum. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Simons in for Damian Lillard. And then for Dallas, Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 3. Here's Simons. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now Powell. He's got 5. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Mavericks have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Exactly what Richardson can do on the drive. I mean, he can handle the ball. He's got a quick step, and he can finish when he gets to the rim.
Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
Well, how about Porzingis showing you some nice quickness and activity, determined to get after the steal.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shoots over Doncic. Here's Anthony. They need this. Misses at the rim.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the floor for Dallas, Cauley-Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Redick in at the shooting guard. Brunson, good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
A 3 from McCollum. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
McCollum dishes to Kanter. Back to McCollum. Down low. And Kanter throws it down.
strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 6-point lead. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Canner. Here's Simons. Portland moving the ball around. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's off from three-point range. Dallas leading by 8. Outside, Redick. Marjanovic with it. Jones covering. Here's Hardaway. Here's Redick. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Cauley Stein. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's McCollum. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court, but when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Cauley Stein. That shot, no good. Excellent D that time from Jones. For the finish, and the dunk by Covington.
Boy, Covington has blinding speed, and he makes good use of it in the fast break opportunities.
And here's Brunson. Passes it to Kleba. Back to Brunson. 5 on the clock. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard against Cauley Stein. Lillard misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Offensive rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And it's good for 2.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
Lillard against Brunson. And there's the feed to Cauley Stein. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. And the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
And so it's Dallas holding on to an 8-point lead heading in. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, it was Josh Richardson who got hot in the first. He had 8 points, 2 of them.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Here's McCollum. The 3. Kicks it out to Lillard. The shot. That one, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Mavs. Lillard scanning the floor. He feeds it to Nurkic and finish off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6. The shot's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's McCollum after Luka Doncic's bucket, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Mavericks leading by 10. Sent back by Lillard. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Hits it from 3-point range. McCollum's got 5 now.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Outside, Porzingis. Now the pass to Marjanovic. Banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Inside, it's stolen by Marjanovic. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Porzingis has got the ball. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. And Covington sends it back.
You know, you talk about Covington, and he's what you call a typical 3-and-D player. Has been that way most of his career.
And the basket by McCollum.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. The Mavericks. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Dallas making a switch here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Mavericks leading by 8. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Cantor finds Anthony. 1:53 left in the third. 6 to shoot. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Shoots over Brunson. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
You know, he's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
Simons the pass to Little. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Now here's Little. He's covered closely. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Hardaway. And the layup's good off the glass. Hardaway has got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Simons. The dish now to Kanter. To halt the run. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Dallas leading by 14. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Powell, he's jacked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Lillard kicks to Kanter. Back to Lillard. To the paint. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And how about the toughness of Kanter? Outstanding at keeping his composure and just finding a way to capitalize.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Doncic with it. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Boy, this is why me and so many others are high on Doncic. I mean, he's got the ability to fight through challenges that defenses present.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Dallas, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We come back right after this. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Mavericks leading by 14. On the court for the Mavericks. Marjanovic is out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Doncic in at the point. Count it. Good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Lillard the pass to Kanter. Lillard against Doncic. And the basket by Lillard.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Trailblazers trail by 14. Here's McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Shoots it up. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
The drive by Doncic. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Count that bucket. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Anthony on the wing. Kanter inside. Headed by Porzingis. Lillard again missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Redick against McCollum. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. The Mavericks also with a sub. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Doncic outside. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Par for the course for Luka Doncic. Just one of those games where he's got it on cruise control.
Doncic against Lillard. That one goes in.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Mavericks leading by 14. Now, here's Doncic. Richardson outside. Powell with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Porzingis with the steal. It's Richardson on the wing. That one good for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 16. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Mavericks.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Fires from deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
But they recover it. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And the wide-open shot from Redick. No good from outside. And here's Portland. 19-point game. Lobs it up for Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That 3 off the mark. The 3 from McCollum misses there. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
For the land of the free.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. And for Denver, we've got Will Barton. Michael Porter's out there with Gordon. Then there's Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5, home in the paint.
Tim Hardaway Jr., great momentum right to the rim.
Now Murray. On the wing, Gordon. And stolen by Richardson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Shot clock at 6. Barton against Richardson. That one falls.
I don't think that bothered Will Barton in the least, just rising up and knocking down a pressure-filled shot.
Here's Dallas. Doncic with it. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Yes, that goes in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Jokic after Luka Doncic's bucket. Porter passes to Jokic. Back to Porter. Denver needs to get off a shot.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And the shot goes in.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Murray against Doncic. Murray kicks to Porter. Back to Murray. Right side, Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Doncic following the score by Jamal Murray. Murray against Doncic to the inside, and that one's good. Marjanovic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
On the wing, Porter. And then Porter with the jam.
Oh,
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Now, here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Murray against Doncic. Now, here's Jokic. Guarded closely. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Floats it up for Doncic. Porter with the steal. Martin with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And there's Murray on the assist by Barton. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And some good anticipation there. Murray quickly out, leaking in transition and filling the lane.
And Doncic, here we go. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Porter's running. And they pick up 2.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Doncic feeling it out. Feeds it to Hardaway. And the pass to Marjanovic. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 4. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. Here's Porzingis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Porzingis out there and hustling in transition to get the nice finish.
Barton outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that does it for the first quarter. Mavericks ahead, up by 6. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Paul Millsap out there with Green. Then there's Murray. And there's Gordon. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Green, shot clock at 5. Millsap misses. Dallas leading by 6. Passes to Redick. Now Brunson. Here's Cauley Stein, and he banks in the layup. Cauley Stein's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Mavs. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Green, the pass to Murray. They kick it out to Green. The 3. Powell pulls it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley Stein. Love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Murray finds McGee. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Doncic outside. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Redick against Murray. Millsap dishes to Green. Pass to McGee. Doncic with the steal. Cauley-Stein kicks to Redick. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. The Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Murray. Dishes it to Millsap. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Murray. They get it back. Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. The pass to Finney-Smith. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Jermichael Green. And it's Will Barton in for Murray. And then for Dallas, Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. Offensive rebound. Out to Doncic. Cauley-Stein with it. Now guarded by Barton. 4 on the clock. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Passes it to McGee. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Back to McGee. Pass to Jokic. Second chance shot. Now the feed to Barton. Campazzo goes up again. The kick out to Barton. On the wing, Porter. And another miss by Denver. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Pass to McGee. Jokic inside. Cauley-Stein defending. Scooped up. McGee. The kick out to Porter. Trying to end the drought. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
There's been a lot of talk about Michael Porter Jr. and the way that he plays and how athletic he is. How's he doing that on the vegan diet? For some, it works well.
Here's Brunson. From the arc. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Dallas with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Jones. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 14. Kenny, what was your view? And that's...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Jalen Brunson out there with Burke, and it's Marjanovic in at the center position. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, the typical.
Oh!
Yeah. And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Brunson the pass to Burke. Outside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. The pass to Jokic. It's Barton on the wing. The Mavericks pull it in.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Count the basket.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. He feels like he could score from anywhere.
Murray against Brunson. Murray the pass to Gordon. Back to Murray. Porzingis with the block. Now here's Burke. Barton defending and stolen by Barton. Jokic finds Porter and finished off by Porter.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. He'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep. Think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Brunson scanning the floor. Burke kicks to Brunson. No good with the triple. And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, their starter at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding. A tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition. And that wingspan certainly helps out on a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively. While recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Barton passes to Gordon. Now here's Porter. Defense right on him. Just 5 to shoot. And no good, but he tries to maintain control. He was fouled. And he'll shoot 2 at the line.
It's pretty obvious right now the defense is not comfortable with Barton taking those shots. He's remarkable at drawing fouls when he's on the floor.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Doncic passes to Richardson. And good that time. Richardson's got 6.
Not slowing Richardson down right now. Even when you rough him up, he's still finding ways to use his quickness and score the basketball.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Back to Green. Unloads from 9. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Doncic outside. Outside, Redick, and it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Throws it up high, and the dunk by Powell.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah, about 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Richardson. Takes it off the glass. He's got 8.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Here's Gordon. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Launches the 3, and that's good. J.J. Redick for 3. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game. And so it's Dallas, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Barton. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Denver shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. The drive by Green. He gets it in there. Now, here's Doncic. Richardson outside. Down low. Here's Cauley Stein. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Campazzo off target with his 3. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look for Dallas. Nelly is checked in for Dwight Powell. Trey Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Dozier, powered down with both hands.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Brunson the pass to Burke. Back to Brunson. Passes to Nelly. For the 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
And the shot goes in.
The coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Burke. Taken away. From deep. That shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
From downtown, another 3 for Dallas. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed. To have your jersey hanging up in an arena, that was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Excellent job of simply taking what the defense offered up.
Mavericks leading by 23. Pass to Brunson. There's the 3. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. .136 left in the 4th quarter. Now here's Burke. He's covered by Murray. And here is Burke. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
The shot by Redick, no good. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Campazzo finished off the break.
The lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Brunson the pass to Melly. And here is Burke, baseline jumper. And too long on the shot. Here's Dozier, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Melly, so no problem for Dallas as they get the... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. And with tip-off.
Hey, Kevin, the map.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center. And for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Oh, that was something else.
That was nasty. And if Kawhi's going to do this, add the sizzle to the steak, he is going to be unstoppable.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
Doncic looking it over. Top of the key, Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And they're going to have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second foul here in less than a minute.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. George passes to Zubats. And the Clippers miss again. Here's Dallas. Hardaway with a wide-open look. It's hauled in by Zubats for Los Angeles. They've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Here's Doncic, and the layup is good.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
George against Hardaway. George dishes to Leonard. The Mavericks pull it in.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Porzingis. It's good on the putback.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Pass to Batum. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Doncic with it. George picks him up. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Doncic passes to Marjanovic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Outside, George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
1:15 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Doesn't go that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Doncic outside. Out to Porzingis. They get a hand on it. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Trains it from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points so far.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Here's Doncic. Yes, that goes in.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
26 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's George. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Here's Doncic. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
With 1 on the clock, and the dunk by Doncic.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
It's been all about Luka Doncic. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Powell in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And here's Rondo. Morris outside. Lets it go with the 3. Redick with the rebound. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They lead by 4. And the dunk by Powell.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The pass to Cauley-Stein. Back to Brunson. To the middle. Here's Powell. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Powell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Patterson finds Rondo. Here's Mann. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Patterson can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 8. To the inside. Outside for Redick. Here's Richardson. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Coley Stein against Patterson. Here's Powell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Mann. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Brunson with a clean look. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Rondo. Sinks the three-pointer. Rondo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Richardson attacking. Here's Cauley Stein, and he uses the glass on the layup. Cauley Stein's got his second basket.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Rondo kicks to Patterson. Brunson against Rondo. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively. Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Clippers trail by 7. Passes it to Mann. To the paint. Outside for Rondo. Kennard on the wing. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Here's Doncic. Here's Powell. Pass to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. 5 on the clock. Here's Powell. And he gets the bucket. Powell's got 8 points.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
And that does it for the first half of play. Mavericks lead by 9. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points, win or lose. Hey.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Burke. There's the pass to Porzingis. Now here's Marjanovic. Passes it to Doncic. Porzingis against Zubats. 16 feet away. Marjanovic, no good.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
George, back to Leonard. George with no one around. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Here's Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
He hits the second from the line. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness, you know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
Here's Doncic, and he lays it straight in. Doncic has got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Nobody near Leonard. No good on the three.
Shaky start to the half, going 1 for 4, still trying to find that groove.
Batum passes to Jackson. Outside for George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got 10 points. George against Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Big man coming through. Love whenever Porzingis puts his head down and just charges hard towards the basket.
Here's George. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Doncic finds Richardson. Back to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Outside, George. Kept alive.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Mavericks leading by 5. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. Lays it up and banks it in. Richardson's got his second bucket.
For a guard, Josh Richardson has all type of length. He is consistently getting to the lane, and he can score.
Down low. Here's Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. He has 6.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
George from deep three-point land sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Doncic against George. And Doncic, here we go. Here's Marjanovic. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Marjanovic has got 4 points now in the quarter. George with the ball. He's got 15. On the wing, Batum. Back to George. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
George up top. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Dallas, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a brute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Jalen Brunson. Cauley Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. To tie it up. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 3. Now Redick has to Finney Smith. The feed to Cauley Stein. That shot is off. Excellent D there from George. The drive by Rondo inside. Back to Patterson. The pass to Mann. George looking over the floor. Passes it to Mann. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Brunson. Redick against Morris. Powell. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Rondo, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. And that one misses. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. Hardaway passes to Doncic. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
To the left wing. Patterson passes to Leonard. Clock at 6. Back to Patterson. Out to Morris. Hardaway with the steal. Leonard with the steal. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. It's good. Patterson's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
And here is Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
At 7'3", Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Outside, George to the inside. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Now, here's Doncic. It's Redick on the wing. Doncic right side. There's Porzingis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Mavericks lead by 2. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And Batum kicks to Leonard. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Doncic. Pass to Redick. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Cauley-Stein. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Jackson passes to George. Back to Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose and rattles out the dunk. I know the layup might have been a better shot for him. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
It falls, and now they trail by just 4.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Richardson dishes to Doncic. Back to Richardson. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. Up next, a Sunday afternoon with the NBA.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Richardson in at the shooting guard.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Al Richardson following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum.
Right there, you see Richardson's size and length at the rim possesses great physical tools.
Now, here's Lillard. Shoots over Doncic. Portland again missing.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Here's Porzingis. Trying to get open as Marjanovic sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
And just wanting it more there. You got to like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
Lillard misses.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Stolen by McCollum. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
They were pretty tight to start this game. Started out with 4 straight misses. Maybe that one will get them going.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Richardson outside. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Now Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Now here's McCollum. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Launches it. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. 5 to shoot. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Over Doncic. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Doncic hits it to go. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Lillard kicks the foul. Back to Lillard. 17-foot shot on the way. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And here is Hardaway. And Marjanovic with the slam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. So they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Marjanovic. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Hardaway. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And Jones subbed in for Powell.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McCollum finds Lillard. Shoots from 14. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's a tie ball game.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Doncic against McCollum. Stolen by McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And here we go. Here's Anthony.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue.
It's a tie game in Dallas. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
Dwight Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here is Anthony. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jones kicks to Anthony. To the middle. Out to the right wing. Simons the pass to Cantor. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. The feed now to Cauley-Stein. Misses the layup.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up. Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on this team.
Cantor, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Cantor. Kicks it to Anthony. Shoots over Powell. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Mavericks leading. Right wing. The pass to Finney Smith. Portland grabs the miss.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Richardson's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Powell's checked in, and he gets it back.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor's been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making it better.
A different look for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for J.J. Redick. And Portland with a change here, too. Harry Giles is checked in for Derek Jones.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Nurkic checked in for Cantor. And so he makes both from the line. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Richardson. The Trailblazers also changing it up. McCollum comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas.
And and they continue to control the glass.
Dallas leading by 6. The drive by Doncic.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Cantor, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Giles kicks to McCollum. To the left side wing. Here's Lillard. Up again. And Cantor able to finish.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Doncic passes to Redick. Feeds to Cauley Stein. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
You got to do more than that to slow Cauley Stein down. I mean, he's used to absorbing contact while shooting.
Pass to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Hardaway goes in. And he banks in the layup. Hardaway has got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game. You know, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Doncic dishes to Redick. He kicks it to Powell. Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Trailblazers trail by 10. A 3 from McCollum. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
The drive by Doncic. It's deflected, and he recovers it.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kent, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that should...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Mavericks leading by 10. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Jones, and it's Nurkic in at center. Lillard against Porzingis. Out to Doncic. 2 points. That one goes. Doncic has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Mavs.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
McCollum finds Lillard. They grab their own miss. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Doncic outside. Little over a minute gone here in the second half.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Passes it to Lillard. Here's Nurkic up and in on the layup. Nurkic has got 6 points.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Doncic feeling it out. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer him.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein comes in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for the Trailblazers, Giles checked in for Anthony. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Here's Brunson. Stolen by Cantor. Pass to Powell. For 3. Nice move. Got a hand on it.
There's an intensity to Richardson's defense. He puts full effort into it. Loves being that thorn in the side.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Cauley Stein finds Hardaway. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Mavericks now. Here's Hardaway. And that one drops for him. Hardaway's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Yeah, no question. It takes skill and a certain level of fearlessness.
Cantor bounce pass. Simons the pass to Giles. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Cauley Stein at the elbow. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Simons the pass to Cantor. Anthony kicks to Giles. Back to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Doncic with it. 13 points in the game. He feeds it to Powell. Here's Finney Smith from outside off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Giles. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Luka Doncic.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Lillard from outside. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Nothing like 3 points right off the inbound and make that happen fast. Not sure the D was set up for it.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
It makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. And when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down. Tremendous adjustment in there. They're hard to stay focused on the hoop when you got that.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Count it.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that gun.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Basket good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Outside, Porzingis. Nurkic with the steal. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Burke in for Josh Richardson. Jones checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. McCollum, no good.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
It's good.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Doncic against Lillard. There's the dish to Nurkic.
Oh, he's a real menace. Nurkic is 7'1". He's difficult to guard without fouling.
And the first one drops.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Out to Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Dishes it to Nurkic. Porzingis with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul. And Portland making a change here. Giles is checked in. Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. Yep, it counts. And now it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
Stay locked in. That's what helps Cauley Stein finish off these challenging buckets over the defense.
Lillard against Brunson. Stolen by Brunson. Here's Hardaway. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Here's Brunson. An easy 2 points on the layup. Brunson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Oh, just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And that one falls for Burke. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Burke hits them both. Trailblazers trail by 12. Lillard looking around. Shoots over Brunson. And again, it's Portland converting.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic comes in for Burke. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Lillard against Doncic. The three from McCollum, and the three ball is good. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
And McCullough is fantastic at running the screen and roll. He knows how to use the pick to get space to shoot.
Here's Doncic. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Mavericks.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
McCollum, no good. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. And a miss there on the triple. And McCollum launches it from deep. Giles the pass to Powell. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting tonight, as seen from above. Welcome to the Sunday afternoon edition of Payday.
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola Jokic loves to pass.
Sure is, thanks, D.A. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. And for Dallas, we've got Hardaway. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Richardson attacking. And stolen by Murray. Pass to Jokic. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
On the wing, Porter. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Doncic looking it over. Right side, Porzingis. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
This is a show of confidence here. This kind of possession from Porzingis, ready to shoot off the pass.
Gordon, the pass to Barton. Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Porter passes to Jokic.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season. And for Jokic,
A slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And stolen by Murray, and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Murray with the ball.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Porter with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Over Porter, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. Campazzo. Brunson covering. A 3-ball. The shot misses. The Mavericks trail it. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And the dunk by Powell.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. Pass to Jokic. Campazzo with the tip. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 8. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Brunson with it. Finney-Smith kicks to Powell. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Dallas making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And Denver with a change here, too. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And stolen by Richardson. Brunson, good.
Love the fast hands of Richardson there. Always active on the defensive end, using his length and constantly prowling for steals.
Campazzo. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Fast break, Dallas.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Richardson against Barton. And stolen by Richardson. Deflects the pass. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, that's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him, and the layup's good off the glass. Brunson's got his second basket of the game. Barton outside. There's Gordon with the 3, and that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets.
before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Cauley Stein, Luka Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Powell in at power forward. Clock is at 3. Green inside the three-point line. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 5. Always going up for the alley-oop here, but they'll get another chance. The shot by Powell, no good. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. Down low. Murray, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Now, here's Doncic. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Another 3 for Dallas.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
To the right side. Murray against Redick. Murray, no good. For Dallas, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser, because I believe he did a search for locked picks, because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Powell, and it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Doncic following the basket by Paul Millsap. And the foul on Jamal Murray. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Bol, he's checked in for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon. Cauley Stein finds Hardaway. There's the lob to the hoop. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets trail by 4. To the paint, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Porter with the steal. Green in the post. Working on Cauley Stein. Murray, good.
Well, a polished score and good recognition as Jamal Murray understood the timing that he needed to catch and fire.
Here's Doncic, and it's good for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Now the pass to Bol. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Here's Barton following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Bol can't hit.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The putback. It's good on the putback.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
And that's his 4th
foul, and we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
The Mavericks have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
43 seconds left now here in the second. The tray. It's rebounded by Brunson. Dallas leading by 7. Now here's Porzingis. And the officials call goaltending. And yep, the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Finney-Smith passes to Brunson.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there outside.
That'll do it for the first half. The Mavericks on top, up by 9.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Well, for the Mavericks. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is going that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the 2 spot. Now, here's Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. And it's blocked by Gordon. Floats it up for Jokic. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Barton. And that one's good. Marjanovic. The Nuggets trail by 9. Murray kicks to Barton. Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Barton. 6 to shoot. Chalk up 2 there.
Barton takes some tough shots, used to making them. He did there.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Richardson outside. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way in. Richardson's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas. Inside, here's Gordon. Banked in off the glass. Gordon's got his second basket.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Murray against Doncic. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And Murray, here we go. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
Yeah, but the
3 of 4 to start the second half.
Richardson, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 9, and they're pushing it up. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete. Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Now, here's Doncic. He has 6.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And here are the Nuggets now. The Mavericks making the shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. Marjanovic finds Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. That one falls. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Pass to Porter. Campazzo. And they pick up 2.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Dallas leading by 9. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Pass to Richardson. Marjanovic with it. No good there. Great D that time from Green. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Porter. Outside Gordon. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Mavericks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. 29 seconds left in the third. Richardson attacking. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Bol.
Richardson playing with boundless energy, great at going into the physical defense and drawing the foul.
A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Murray dishes to Bol. Back to Murray. Here's Richardson.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Cauley Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor. And
the pass to Brunson. buries it from three-point range. Brunson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs. Denver shooting well. They're at 45%. Murray against Brunson. Murray, no good. Dallas has gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. And the wide-open shot from Redick. Offline with his three. The Nuggets trail by 14. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. And then for Denver, Jokic has checked in for Bol. And Porter subbed in for Green. Hardaway finds Redick. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
The drive by Jokic. Barton wide open. He fires. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Mavericks making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Misses the three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Got a piece of it. Porter with the steal. And finished off by Porter.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
Mavericks leading by 10. Now Brunson. This one for three. That one no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. Martin from outside. Offensive rebound.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Mavericks have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Richardson attacking. Good on the bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Even when Richardson's getting knocked around a little bit, he can still finish, especially when he's going straight to the rim.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Denver also making a switch. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Paul Millsap. And Doncic gets it to go.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Doncic passes to Redick. Murray against Doncic. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. And here is Powell. Passes it to Hardaway. Redick for 3. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Hardaway. Floats it up for Doncic. Stolen by Gordon. It's Barton with the drive. Hardaway with the steal.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Dallas.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hands it from downtown. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
From deep three-point range, it's off. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seems